Welcome back to Primetime News and a special welcome once again to our viewers on onespotmedia.com. Up first this evening, not your property. A warning from two experts to men who behave violently towards women. It comes on the heels of renewed concern about domestic-related homicides. There are also calls for the introduction of high school programs dealing with conflict. We have more in this report.
The numbers are still being tabulated for 2019, but for years, domestic-related violence has been a major contributor to the country's overall homicide rate. In a report last year, the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime classified Jamaica as being the world's second biggest murderer of women, with 11 out of every 100,000 females being killed in 2017. These killings are usually by their partners after the relationship turns sour. We put the issue to counseling psychologist at the Family Life Ministries, Andre Allen Casey.
Unfortunately, for some men, they have been brought up into a culture that says, I own you. And if I own you, or I have done so many things to sustain and maintain your livelihood, and as a result of that, you have no right to leave me. And one of the things I suspect we need to remind our men, especially men, that listen, you're my partner, not my property.
It is why transformation psychologist Dr. Lakim Samaj warns that it is important for persons to look out for the red flags in the early stages of the relationship. He is concerned about the police's response when instances of abuse are reported.
I know of a number of cases where a woman has, time after time after time, she goes to the police station to make a report, and nobody even turns up. Nobody even comes to question the person who is so accused. But we have to make sure that, look, these things are important.
His assessment is consistent with a 2016 United Nations report which pointed to underreporting of incidents of domestic violence. It pointed to a U.S. State Department 2012 report on human rights in Jamaica, which stated that the problem of underreporting was due to fear of stigma, retribution, or further violence, but that women also frequently complained that police failed to treat domestic violence as a crime and did not systematically take the necessary reports. Both men are calling for public education. For Mr. Allen Casey, this should begin from as early as grade 9.
First, we have to identify the feeling that I'm having. Then we are to manage it. How am I going to manage this feeling? The next thing is to be motivated. And motivated doesn't come from anyone else. The motivation must come from me. See, we need to have a perspective that says, to what end? We need to have some kind of self-talk where we step back and we have a dialogue, we have a conversation with ourselves in relation to what if I should carry out this act? How am I going to be impacted, or those that I claim as I love will be impacted? And so that kind of conversation or mindset needs to be cultivated in our children from early.
Dwayne Anderson, TVJ News.